What's up, everybody? I'm Zach.
Ryan.
You could say, I'm Ryan.
Oh.
I'm going to teach you how to YouTube, okay? I'm Zach.
I'm Ryan.
There you go. And today, we're super excited because we got our seeds from Johnny's Selected Seeds. So we're going to open them up. So, Ryan, why don't you pull out a bag there so we can show these guys. This is why I like Johnny's Selected Seeds. For the most part, when I get seeds that I like, we don't need that, buddy. When I get seeds that I like, I try to stick with that company. And what I found is a lot of the small little packets, they're junk most of the time. Sometimes it's good, but most of the time I have problems with them. And the reason being, I think they package them and try to resell them over and over and over again. Especially most retailers they have to buy a whole case, like a whole display for them, and they can't sell them all in 1 year, so they try to sell them the next year, and so on and so forth. Like I said, when we're doing Johnny's Selected Seeds, I was able to get more than just the packet, and I'm able to get pounds of seeds if I want to. So now when you pull those out of there, buddy, try and keep it up. So, do you know what that says right there?
No.
Leaf spinach. And I usually choose space 1 right there. See, this is really nice. This spinach is going to last me forever. It'll last me at least 2 seasons, this little package right here. Let's see what else we got, buddy. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I was not expecting that big bag. Do you know what this is?
This is like...
Can you read that?
Broom.
Mm-hmm.
Corn.
Yep.
Corn.
Broom corn, that's right, buddy. So, yeah, we've got, I think this is quite a bit of broom corn. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, when you get the broom with actual plant material at the end of it, they make it out of this broom corn. So we're going to try and do that, make some brooms for our witchy folks, for our friends there. What else you got, buddy?
Probably this.
This guy, this is a cool little package. Never gotten a package like this from Johnny's. So this is, you know what this is called?
No.
This is patty pan squash. So patty pans, they get maybe about that big. Usually, though, the way we're going to harvest them is we're going to let them get maybe yay big. And that way you don't have to cook them or anything. You just eat them like that. If you want to, saute them or whatever, that's fine. But, yeah, these will be really cool. What else we got there, buddy? Oh, yeah. That's a big one, too. Oh, this one. Do you know what this one is? That's going to be a hard one for you.
I don't know.
No? Okay, so this is a big one. This is going to last us forever. Then we got a big old pack of arugula there. This is our least selling green and probably our most healthy green. We can't sell this at the farmer's market. People just don't buy it. What do we got next, kiddo? Oh, this is all the expensive stuff. See the little tiny packets there? So we got from Johnny's. We got some green cabbage. And this is for Jess. This is more for family stuff. So we've got some green cabbage. How do you feel about that?
Good.
And then we've got, this is cool, jack-o'-lantern pumpkins.
We can grill those.
Yeah, and then what are we going to do when it's close to Halloween?
Carve them.
Carve them, that's right. We've got some summer squash. And then these, we're getting into this packet here is more for the farmer's market. This is a super sweet 100 cherry tomato. We'll sell those at the farmer's market. Got more cabbage. This is a red cabbage. You ever seen red cabbage?
No.
I know you've eaten it. It's kind of purple. And then, let's see. So we've got then a bunch of packets here of Salanova. That's 1, 2. We've got 3, 4 Salanova. And these Salanova seeds are actually, well, that's weird. Kind of not focused on me anymore. The Salanova seeds are actually pelleted. So I like the pelleted seeds for those. That must be a ton, because they only sent me, I Yeah, I don't know how many seeds that is, but there must be a lot of tomato seeds in this little tiny packet here. Don't hit that camera, kiddo. Then we got spaghetti squash. That's for Jess. Marigolds. That's for Jess as well for our home stuff. And then another hybrid zucchini squash there. So these little packets are mostly for us, along with the broom corn. Really excited about that broom corn. Cool part about broom corn is you can actually make homemade brooms out of it. And you can also, the thicker stalks, you can actually make like dish scrubbies out of it if you tie them all together, and you can scrub them together. What else we got, kiddo? Oh yeah, you know what those are?
Yeah.
I already know what those are. This is how Johnny sends them. So these are pelleted, and I don't know if you guys, I don't want to open them, but I'll show you guys. These are our sugar snacks carrots. So these carrots are super sweet. Last time I grew these sugar snacks strain of carrots, they got super big. I was a little worried about letting them go, but I let them go in the high heat of summer. Typically with plants, when you go in the high heat, the sugar starts dissipating for whatever reason. With these ones, not so much. They were super sweet all the way up until our last harvest in the fall. What else we got, kiddo? Oh yeah, this is a new carrot we're trying right here. This is another pelleted, and you can definitely see that. So it's a little bit of clay around the seed. So the seed's actually in these balls of clay, and then the clay kind of dissipates after you water it, and the seed can start growing through there. So this is another type of carrot, this early grow carrot called Mokum. This is one of my favorites. The Fresh Start beets. I'm pretty sure the Fresh Start is the one that you really eat the greens with more than the actual root. And the greens are delicious. It's one of my favorite salad greens is beet greens. I didn't know before I started doing this farming thing that you could actually eat beet greens, and they're super healthy, super packed full of vitamins and nutrients. I think they're supposed to be great for your liver. Where's your liver, buddy? Do you know? They're supposed to be super great for your liver, and it's just packed full of a lot of flavor. So if you don't like beets, they've got a little bit of the earthiness like beets, but it's nothing like a beet. The beet greens are just so good by themselves, and this guy, and so, but if you do like beets, the beet greens are an awesome addition. Either way, it's kind of that middle ground. If you don't like them, you'll still like the beet greens. If you do like them, you'll like the beet greens. That's my favorite green. And the cool part about beet greens is you can chop off the greens, harvest them as a salad, and then wash them up, eat them, leave your root in the dirt, and you're growing your beet greens yet again. You could usually cut those 2 to 3 times before they start getting bitter. The one thing about beet greens, though, in the high heat of summer, I don't mess with them too much because they get really thick and super bitter. I remember one time, that's the one thing about farmers markets that I love, is people can come and they can criticize you. Well, now we live in the Midwest here, so some people are really passive aggressive. I want them to tell me what's wrong with my produce, or if they have a suggestion or something like that. They don't do that here, so it's kind of hard on the market. I was wondering why nobody was buying beet greens anymore. Well, I went and tested them. Do this every time you pull out a veggie. Test it, see what it tastes like, because if it tastes like junk, then all your harvest is probably junk. So I tested my beet greens, and I realized that's why nobody's buying them. It's because they're bitter and they're awful. They're super thick and not worth it. So thanks, guys, for being in our unboxing of our seeds. We got a few more orders to make. We're going to order some other stuff here. But this is a huge little pack of seeds here.
Subscribe.
Tell them again, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Say, if you want to see more of Ryan.
Subscribe.
Yeah, say it.
Subscribe.
Say if you want to see more of me, subscribe.
If you want to see more of me, subscribe.
Good job.
And my dad actually grew some other plants, but now they're dead.
It's winter. That's what happens. Mm-hmm. Huh. Say bye.
Bye.